tack the edges by hand. That's where all the grime ends up. It's kind of a well, that final coat went well. It always does. In the video you saw that the silver pole I was using. It's just a cheap extendable silver pole, but it's lightweight, so it seatbelt again, sorry guys. It you know, water base is easy to put on really thin, so you know, that's why they always recommend rolling first, I think. So anyways, so if you're gonna T-bar, you know, you gotta make it to where things are assisting you in that area. That silver pole it's cheap. I mean, it's cheap. It's so cheap, if you push too hard, it'll break. So I use that with its lightweight, with its cheapness. I use that to just hover that that applicator over the floor. So I still never get the recommended coverage rate with water base unless I roll it. So, and I can't roll. I can, but my back won't let me. My back won't let me roll. It's just a certain angle that I'm at, and you know, I like the results. I guess the results can be mixed. I've had orange peel. Yeah, I've always gotten orange peel, and I've put it down. You know, I've gotten the recommended coverage rate rolling it, and I still got some orange peeling. So it's all about the light. Rolling it, you won't see streak marks, but you'll see the orange peeling in the can lights. And with the T-bar and the roll coater, you'll get streaking sometimes, especially on maple, but you won't get the orange peeling in the can lights. So you got to find that happy medium. Anyways, so this is what I do. I use that light pole, cheap light pole. So yeah, if you push too hard, you'll break the thing. So you kind of can feel that in your hands. So anyways, and there's an art to doing it with that pole too. You can get some heavy spots. So, you know, it's just doing it over and over again. And any floor guys out there watching know that you can just feel it in your fingers and your hands. You know it, man. You know, that's called being a professional. That makes you the professional, you know. So anyways, I always try to give the customer the best results and a floor that'll last. You know, I've given floors that don't last, but that's how you get to making floors that do last. It's just called the learning curve. So anyways, we're off to that Endure floor. I call it the Elmer's glue floor. So I'm a little anxious. We'll go see what it looks like. I'm pretty sure it dried clear. Just want to see how those heavy spots and how it laid down in the see it in the light. So anyways, I don't see it as a finish that I'm gonna use. yeah, it's something you just got to get into and go with it and go through all the learning curves and just perfect it. So anyways, we'll see how it looks. You know, maybe it is easier than I think. So I'll see you over at the next jump. Well, all right. Crazy. Looks beautiful. Yeah, lay it down. All the marks on the walls dried, clear. Yeah. We're going to smooth it out a little more. I'm going to go a little thicker though this time. So we're going to see how this stuff buffs. So anyways, temperature's about 62. So they say 65. So we're going to push the limits on that. So we're not going to coat back here. We're going to coat around that this time. But it did okay. You know, those areas that I cut out, there's one there. I'm glad I did that. They would have raised. You know what I'm talking about, guys. So, yeah, buff it, tack it, coat it, be done. So it looks good. I feel a little more confident on my next coat. Wow. Wow. That is some weird stuff. We're going to see how it sands, though. It buffed like bonus seal. But it did. So we'll have to tack it really good and whatnot. Yeah, it just doesn't buff well. So yeah. Anyways, we'll have to vacuum and tack it really well, Edgar. So yeah. There it is. We'll see what it looks like tomorrow. Let's see. Well, that went better than yesterday. Yeah, I mixed up 3/4 of a gallon with everything left, and so I knew I had plenty of finish. So we just put it down and made sure that we kept that kept the color even, I guess. So yeah, no pressure on cut-in pads or anything, so it seemed to work really well. We'll see. The coat felt a little, like I said, it didn't buff well, so I don't know if it was quite dry yet or what, how that's going to work out. So anyways, we put a coat on top. I got the house is about 65. Got the heaters on and the fan, you know, is running in a different room, not in that room. So definitely a lot easier putting that coat on than the first coat. So that's just learning. Yeah, I didn't have any anxiety or anything. You know, I just let the finish tell me what to do on that one. So, anyways, coated okay. Still looks funky. It still looks weird. So, anyways, we'll see how that looks tomorrow. I hope it dries. Yeah, stuff's really sticky. I can see where that would be. I guess that makes it good for the recoats, like they say. So, anyways, it's sticky on my hands even after I try to rinse them. So, it's just getting used to the white. I mean, it's different in consistency too. It's weird. It's like, gosh, it's so easy to get drips. Yeah, it's really weird. You know, we don't get like that with the other water-based finishes, but that one will drip. It's just weird. So anyways, or we're just messy with the other water base and we don't see it, but we're usually pretty clean. Anyways, that wasn't too bad. Definitely weird. The customer was freaked out. So yeah, the customer was freaked out just by looking at it. But it dried and cleared up, and they were like, "Wow, that looks great." So there's a customer to practice on, which I don't recommend, but I do. This Neil was a great guy and really simple. He's a musician, so yeah, he's just really mellow and really nice, and I want to make sure this works out for him. So anyways, he's happy, and this coat was definitely easier to put on. It's weird when you bump something with the coaters, you know, you want to wipe it off, but it's just such a pain to wipe it off, and then you end up bumping the floor with whatever you're wiping it with, and then you got to do the cut-in pad again. So we just tried to be careful cutting it in, even though it dries clear, that's for sure. We had some applicator marks on a piece of base under the toe kick yesterday. I wanted to wipe it, but it would have been pretty hard wiping it under the toe kick, not getting the right in the finish and all that. So left it, and you couldn't even see it. So but I think this finish would make you a better coater for sure, you know. Because of that, you just learn to be even more delicate, get more feel for it, you know. Once I got the feel for that finish, it wasn't too bad, you know. So yeah. Anyways, we're on to the next job. We're going to be doing a maple repair. We did this job about this job's been going on for a couple years. We installed it, and then we waited a long time, and we finished it in November. Sanded the maple, stained it, and then finished it. I actually broke my foot that day on another job, and we went over there, and on top of the stain I put one coat of the de-waxed shellac, and then one coat of, I think it was Woodline oil-based finish, and I did both those coats with the broken metatarsal. Yeah, I broke the metatarsal bone in my foot. Your outside, right there. Your outside pinky toe, whatever. So I rolled my foot on a job we were doing a final coat on, and I stepped out onto the doormat, and I rolled it, and I broke it. And I knew it. I heard a pop, and you know, I was hobbling, and luckily we were just cleaning up on that one, but we had to get over to this other one, and I needed to get 2 coats of something on. So I went over, and with the broken foot, by God's grace, I was able to put 2 coats on, and I was hobbling bad. I would have liked to have some video of that one. But, and then my guy went back on Saturday and did the final coat for them. So that was an interesting day. Anyway, so we're going back to that one. They did some other stuff in the house. They removed the wall, and we're going to fill that in. So anyways, I'll show you some video when we get there. So I just did a bid. I like to do them around noon during the workday. That's how I spend my lunch. Welcome to being an owner-operator. right? So, yeah, the days of doing the bids after work are over. Every now and then my wife will book one because that's the only option we have. But if not, she'll schedule it like 8 o'clock in the morning, and believe it or not, a lot of people are okay with that. But if I'm going to do a bid during the day, it's noon. So that's how I spend my lunch. Usually eat in the van, and yeah. So I just went to look at about 1,800 square feet Hickory. It was put down and finished in 2015, and it's already super dingy. So water-based finish. Blotchy too. So they probably sealed it and did one coat, or sealed it and did 2 coats. Not enough. Not enough. So, anyways, yeah, the grain's all dirty already. It shouldn't look like that. It was new construction. So, yeah. Anyways, it looked like a matte finish. Depending on the brand of finish you use for matte, it can capture or grab dirt. So I don't know if a lot of finishers out there know that all mattes are not created equal. So Bonus seems to do okay with their extra matte. But you got to kind of consider it like your eggshell, you know? You touch the wall and it gets dirty. You could have clean hands and touch the wall and it's dirty. Matte finishes on the floor can be just like that, kind of porous, weird. So, like Natural, you know, Bonus Natural, it shows footprints. So, from your socks or feet, it's just weird. So I inform people if they're going to go matte, you know, depending on how they're going to use the floor, you know, kind of what to expect. So with the matte finishes, I slop it on. I slop it on. It's too easy to go thin and not really know the difference. So I just slop it on because it's more forgiveness. So, yeah, I like to get a good build on my jobs. I like to make sure the customer's getting what I want. And when somebody's working for me, I want quality, and I want to know what I'm getting, and it's going to hold up the best that it can, depending on your use. But being in the construction industry, I just know what cheap looks like, and I know what quality looks like. So I like to pay for quality, and if I know what I'm getting, I'm okay with that. So a lot of people, they don't know. They don't know, and it's easy to take advantage of those people. They don't know, but as the professional, I'm going to go out there and give them the best job that I can. So, I don't like cutting corners. I don't bid jobs with cutting corners in mind. If I don't get it, I don't get it. But if they get it, I don't want to sound arrogant, but if they get it, I think that they made a good choice. I would want to hire myself, just because I might be biased. I know myself, and I am who I am, and I'm going to give you the best product I can, whether you know it or not. So anyways, we're coming up on that repair. Hopefully my guys got it sanded, water popped, and ready to stain. So probably eating some lunch. waiting for me. He hates waiting for me. Anyways.